Once again, if you have a question for Coach Turgeon, please chat me privately. I'll get you in the queue. We will start off today with Daniel Oyefusi from the Baltimore Sun.
Hey, Mark. Hope it's not, my background's not loud. Just arrived in Indianapolis. I wanted to ask just what has the last couple of days been like for you and the team, just kind of getting ready for UConn and getting kind of acclimated to the surroundings and whatnot?
Well, the first day, we came over here Monday morning and you had to quarantine. And so you tested Monday at noon, and then they brought lunch to the door. They brought lunch to dinner, or dinner to dinner at the door. And then we tested the next morning. Then they delivered breakfast again. Then they delivered lunch. And then we didn't get out of quarantine until almost 6 o'clock yesterday. I think it was 5:50, something like that. We fed the guys, and then we lifted weights last night at 7:30, and then we practiced at 8:30. Left the gym at 10:30, and then this morning we got up, tested again, and we practiced at 12:30. So we just finished practice. 2 really good days. Gave the guys a lot of time off after our loss on Friday. Did a little bit on Sunday, but not a lot. So we needed to work. We had 2 really good days of work, and we'll dial it down tomorrow and then practice again Friday, getting ready for Saturday's game.
Andy Costco, Washington Times.
Hey, Mark, is the plan right now for Daryl to guard James Bouknight?
Well, yeah, that'll be his primary matchup. The kid's good. He's a really good player. And, we like to switch screens. We're going to do what we do. But if Bouknight's getting really hot and doing some things, then we might lock Daryl into him. So, but right now, yeah. And between now and Saturday at 7, which is a long time from now, we might change the game plan. But Daryl will lock in on him. Yeah.
Are those the matchups that he lives for in a way? Those kind of matchups.
He's excited about it. They got a lot of really good players. There's a reason they're 7 seed and finished 3rd, I think, in the Big East. They got really, really good players. So Bouknight's the best, though, offensive player for him. He's terrific. Looks like an NBA player to me when I watch him play. So, but Daryl looks forward to that. But there's other guys on our team that are really good too that we got to lock into and guard well.
Emily Giambalvo from the Washington Post.
Hey, Mark. Andy took my exact question, but I'll ask you about what do you feel like you guys need to do offensively to kind of be able to score against another really great defense?
Yeah, we just got to be willing to work. We got to be willing to work and share the ball and read the situation and take a great shot. I thought in the second half against Michigan, even though we had 9 wide open threes, I thought a couple of them were too early. We could have moved the ball a little bit better, maybe got a layup. So really that's what it comes down to against great teams is making them guard you. So the scoring's hard for us. It's been hard for us all year. But we've gotten better, and we've got time this week to work on it, and hopefully we share the ball and move the ball and are able to get good shots is what you want. But we know it'll be a challenge. That's why we rely so much on our defense to be successful, to give us a chance to win.
Lila Bromberg, Testudo Times.
Hey, Coach. You're entering your 5th NCAA tournament over the last 6 postseasons, and Bino has been a part of all of them and all of your time at Maryland. Just how has he contributed to that success, and how much has it helped you to just have him as a steady assistant coach over all of your years here?
Well, I say 6 out of 7 because we were definitely in last year. I think the record books will say 5 out of 6. Bino's just, number one, he's loyal. He's unbelievably loyal. When we first got here, things weren't going as well. He was fighting for you and loyal and all that kind of stuff. So he was terrific. Second, he brings unbelievable energy to practice every day. Very rarely does Bino have a day off or he's not doing well and doesn't have energy. So he brings great energy, inspires the guys to bring energy. So he's great with that. And then I think he's really kind of separated himself as a great recruiter, especially in the last few years. Some of the best players we've signed, Bino's been involved. The guys coming in next year, James already here, obviously. Bino's done a great job recruiting those guys. So but really his loyalty. And in the end, he just loves Maryland. He loves Maryland basketball. He loves the University of Maryland. He loves the state of Maryland. He loves crab cakes. He loves blue crab. He just loves Maryland. So it's a great guy to have on your staff.
And kind of just more related to the game, what similarities do you see in how you guys and UConn play defense, and how do you see that helping you guys?
Yeah, it's two coaches that like to coach defense. Danny's always been a great defensive coach, and they do a nice job. So, yeah, they guard ball screens a little bit different than us. They do switch screens. They don't switch as many. There's some things like that. I think the biggest separation in our teams is how well they offensive rebound. It's not a big priority for us. Transition defense is a bigger priority, but we have to box out extremely well Saturday night to beat this team. It helps if you take care of the ball and you get your defense set and you're not getting beat off the dribble and all that kind of stuff. It helps your rebounding, but they're a terrific rebounding team. But, yeah, we go against a good defense every day in practice, so that helps you prepare.
Scott Abraham, ABC.
Hey, Mark, this is obviously such a unique NCAA tournament. You have that kind of extra day for the first round. You're playing on Saturday where traditionally you play on Thursday or Friday. Are you at the point now where you're kind of itching to play, or maybe this extra day will do you well?
Yeah, it's just so different. First of all, the NCAA is doing a fabulous job. It's actually kind of cool. There's 68 teams here. We're like in 3 or 4 different hotels. We're all practicing. Last night they had like 8 weight rooms divided up, and there was 3 or 4 teams in there coming in at different times and lifting, and just seeing other coaches you haven't seen all year. You didn't get to see them last summer because you didn't get to recruit. So it was kind of like really cool. Players were seeing each other. You can't shake hands or do anything like that. You dap them up and talk from a distance, but that part's cool. Yeah, the quarantine slowed everything down a little bit. Yeah, we're chomping at the bit. And I think when the games start tomorrow night and then we don't play for 48 hours later, yeah, we'll be really itching. But, it'll move quickly. Friday, tomorrow we're driving over to Purdue to shoot, make the day go quicker. And Saturday will go quick because it's an hour and 15-minute drive to the gym. So that'll make the day go quicker. You'll leave the hotel and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, both teams will be more than ready. And I'm just trying as a coach not to throw too much Connecticut at them right now. Work on us. Let's get better. And then start throwing Connecticut either Thursday night or Friday morning like we normally do with a scout. Even though today in practice we did some things preparing for them, but the guys might not know it. So you don't want to play the game on Thursday. You want to play the game Saturday at 7:00. And I've always been a believer in that.
And Mark, as you know, part of the NCAA tournament is about the experience for the student athletes. Your trip to Spokane or Jacksonville, life experiences they'll have forever. This year, obviously different. Is it still enjoyable? Is it still fun? Is it still that experience for the student athletes?
It's really cool, guys. There's only 68 of us. 6 weeks ago, we didn't know we were going to be here. My guys are so happy, so excited. It's different. Each guy has their own room. That's hard for some guys. It's great for others. We don't really go outside. We'll go outside tomorrow, get on a bus and go to Purdue and shoot. We might walk around their campus after we shoot tomorrow, just if it's a nice day, just to get out and about. But it's unique, but you'll always be able to say you were there and talk about it, and special time in history. And I'm glad we're here than not being here, but it's unique. The games felt the same all year, guys. The losses really hurt. The wins felt great. Preparation was the same. So we're kind of used to it. There's actually going to be some fans from UConn and Maryland in the building. Not a lot, but some in there. Had that in the Big Ten, which was cool. So is it different? Yeah, but it's still an incredible experience for all of us.
Alex Flum, WDVM.
Hey, Coach Turgeon, considering last year's tournament not happening, considering looking at, where you guys were at certain points this season, how does it feel, I know it's cool to be there with everything going on with the bubble, but how does it feel just the fact that you guys are there, and how grateful does it make you feel for the fact that this is happening?
Yeah, Dan Gavitt and his people did a great job. I just ran into Dan in the hallway, and to make this happen, we tried to work backwards from the NCAA tournament to make sure this would happen, and we were lucky enough to get all our games in, and this year will never make up for last year. No matter what happens the next few weeks. I feel bad for my seniors from last year. Of course, Jalen Smith went on to the NBA. You'll never get that back for them. But, we had some guys with tears in their eyes when they said our name. They weren't boo-hooing, but just like took it away from us last year. 6 weeks ago, it didn't look very good for the Terps. And we just battled, man. We battled our tails off and to get here. So we're proud of it. Guys are excited. They practiced really hard the last 2 days. Happy to be here. They gave us a bunch of gear, a bunch of stuff, treating us really well. It's different, it's different. Normally it's show up a couple days before, but it's different. They're doing a great job of making you feel important, like you're really special to be here.
Jacob Steinberg, WMUC.
Hey, Coach, with the smaller non-conference schedule this season, not playing as many teams outside the conference, I'm curious, stylistically, is there anyone within the conference that UConn kind of reminds you of that you could show guys film of teams that you've played in the conference this season?
They remind me a lot of Rutgers. Very tough, very physical, defensive-minded, run a lot of ball screen stuff. They're a lot like Rutgers. And remind me a little bit of Michigan State, the way they play. And we have so many teams in our league, but I'd say Rutgers first, maybe a little bit this year's Michigan State team. It helps us. Our league's prepared us, just like their league's prepared them to play us, but our league has ultimately prepared us for anything that we're going to see.
Alexander Dacey from the Diamondback.
Hey, Coach. I know the past several times you've been in the NCAA tournament, you guys have been a higher seed and have sort of been favored. What's it like kind of going in there now as a bit of an underdog and kind of having to scrap when people aren't expecting you to stay alive?
Well, I've been teasing I said, 10 seeds in quarantine longer than the 1 seed or the 2 seed. Our meeting room's not as big as the 1, 2, and 3 seed here in the building. We had the longest walk to the practice gym. So I just been teasing, saying things like that, but that's all in good humor and good jest. But no, there's so many good teams and we're one of them. I'm sure UConn will be favored in the game, but it's not by 20 points or anything like that. So you look at all the games, really, I don't know how many games there are, 32 games, 36 games, I guess, the first round. They're all evenly matched for the most part. There'll be a few blowouts, but we're approaching it as we're Maryland, they're UConn. They're a good team, we're a good team. We'll be in the final 64 trying to get to the final 32. That's kind of how we'll approach it.
Coach, can you hear me? I think we lost.